This is Nikki, and welcome to the Garden of Mind. I hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, night, whenever you're tuning in. Don't mind me. I am just taking my shawl, I crochet as well, and wrapping myself up in it because it's chilly here in Memphis. Even though it's 67 degrees right now in my house, it's still pretty cool. I have a big tree in the backyard. The neighbor has a tree, so I get a lot of shade. And I also have coffee, this big mug that's going to help me pretend like I'm going to accomplish everything on my list today, when we know full well that that's going to take willpower and commitment from me and not just coffee. Well, today I am talking about something I posted yesterday on the blog, nikkisconfettilife.com. And it's a subject that's kind of, depending on how comfortable you are, it's an uncomfortable subject for some. And that's talking about anxiety and depression. It's uncomfortable for the people that have it to talk about it with other people, especially those that don't have it. And it's uncomfortable for those that don't have it, although we all have some anxious moments and some times when we're feeling pretty low. So it's uncomfortable for those that don't have it when they have a loved one, significant other, family, friend, with depression or with some form of depression or anxiety, because even though you can't relate, your attitude towards that person, and spam loves to call me, and unknown numbers and private numbers. But anyway, it's hard to make that connection, is what I'm trying to say, with that person. And nothing can make a person that has it feel more isolated than a person with an attitude of, I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. I mean, I don't have it, so I can't relate to you. Yet we're in a relationship with that person, whether it's a friendship or significant other or family ship. I like to use the term family ship. I don't know if that's a real thing, but I made that up, so I go with it. Or, family ship that you have with someone, even co-workers on the job, to have someone to tell you with that tone or with that energy of, I just don't get it. To me, you lack empathy when you're like that. And it's it's not a very caring or kind thing to do. So what do you do? I know you don't do that. Maybe I don't understand what you're going through, but I hope you feel better. Is there anything that I can do for you, or help me to understand what you're going through so that I can try to be there for you, in some sort of way. And for me, the person on the other side, you're having these moods, or you're having these feelings, or you're dealing with these thoughts, and it comes off sometimes as angry, pissed off, moody, or acting funny, because you don't want to just say, look, I'm having an anxiety attack, or I'm having a very hard time dealing with my thoughts today, and I have anxiety and I want you to leave me alone. Or I'm feeling depressed right now and I'm pushing you away, but I really want you to be there for me, but I can't tell you what's really wrong with me because I'm afraid that you'll say, I don't understand that. I don't get it. What do you want me to do about it? And that's an isolating feeling. And no one likes to be isolated. And today, in today's society, I feel we're such a smart society that sometimes we're dumb. We can't. We have Google now, and you mean to tell me you can Google anxiety or depression and get information from a credible site like Mayo Clinic, Healthline, WebMD, something like that, to find out more about this person's condition, if you don't know what that is, or you just don't get it. Because I feel that sometimes we just don't get it because we don't want to get it, or maybe you have low comprehension low comprehension, and when you read it, you just don't understand it. And if that's the case, then say that then. But you can understand everything else. I think you can understand anxiety. I think you can understand depression. you know I think if you can understand cancer, if you can understand diabetes, if you can understand rheumatoid arthritis disease, um, and if you can read about that and comprehend it, I think you can very well so comprehend anxiety and depression. And there's nothing better than talking to someone with it, with empathy and a intention to truly understand what it's like and what they're going through when they're going through those moments and what they need. So this information that I gathered, it comes from healthline.com, and I thought it fit perfectly and shortened to the point of what it is you can do when it's a friend or a loved one that has anxiety or depression. And it says strong relationships can go a long way. Strong relationships can go a long way toward improving the outlook and emotional well-being of a person that has a mental health condition. When we're surrounded by people that love us, care about us, and the relationships are strong, and people are wanting to be there for us or finding ways to show up for us, and we're more open with them about what we need and what we don't need and what makes us feel good, it builds that strong relationship. And just knowing that you have somebody in your corner or on your side, or that's concerned or truly concerned and cares about you as a person in your mental health well-being and your emotional well-being, it gives you a positive outlook even when you're going through an anxious time, or you're having an anxiety attack, or you're dealing with depression. What friends and family can do is listen with compassion when they need to talk. When that person needs to talk to you, listen with compassion. I don't know if you know it or not. As intelligent as one can be, people do know when you're not listening to them, when you're not fully engaged. You know it. So I know I know you may not know that other people know it too. You know when somebody's yep, yeah, I understand. Oh, look at that girl, something else, and this and that, and got bored this, and oh, look at TV. Oh, what did they just do? And then you're back. Now, what did you say? So you're thinking about what, dear? That is not listening with compassion or intention. So you need someone. We want someone that if we're going to talk, we want someone that will listen with compassion when they need to talk. Sometimes they just need to get out the things that are bothering them. Provide encouragement and emotional support. Look, I know you're feeling down right now, but if you can just make it through the day, that's all you got to do. You can make it through the day. I'm right here. I'm gonna be here for you. I may not know what it is that you're going through. I may not fully comprehend it because I'm not experiencing it. But that doesn't mean that I don't care about you. And that doesn't mean that I don't want you to have to go through this. But I understand that you are going through this and you will get through this. I am right here. That's providing encouragement and emotional support. If they want to cry, let them cry. And I don't understand in this society, in this day and time, why crying is such an awkward thing. It's an emotion. If being happy is, you're comfortable with people being happy, you're comfortable with people being sad. You can be comfortable with people crying, and maybe you just need to cry more, So the next thing is join them in hobbies or activities that offer a positive distraction. Something as simple as let's go take a walk. Something as simple as let's sit on the porch. I'll pour you up a glass of wine, or I'll pour you up a cup of coffee or some hot tea, and we can just sit on the porch. And if you feel like talking, we can talk. Or if you don't feel like talking, we can just sit there and I can share with you, what happened to me at work, or what we've been watching this series on TV, and I can say, ooh, did you watch, Chicago PD last night? Oh, let me tell you this and that other. Some positive distraction, or activity that they like to do. Maybe play a board game. Maybe they don't want to do it at first, but once they get into it, it does help. Or a card game, or putting a puzzle together, something that they that can distract them. Even taking a ride. I mean, taking a ride on a beautiful day. Fall is coming, and fall is here rather, and the leaves are changing. Taking a beautiful ride through the city or through the country can help that person. Offer rides to places, because I promise you, when I'm feeling anxious or I'm dealing with depression, I do not want to drive. I do not want to go anywhere. I do not want to do anything sometimes when it's that bad. And the one thing that I wish is someone would say, you know what, do you need to go get something to eat? I will take you to get something to eat. That right there is gold, or let me stop and get you something to eat. Do you need anything from the grocery store? Something like that, or more tangible forms of support when they are having trouble getting things done, because believe it or not, that emotional whirlwind that person is in is so heavy on them physically. That's why some don't eat. And sometimes it's so heavy on them physically that some overeat. They eat all kinds of sugar and salt and things of that nature. And one of the best things that you can do when you're going through anxiety or depression is to eat healthy while you're going through that, because it helps your body, and all that salt and sugar does not help your body. And to stay hydrated, it helps your mood. All of that helps your mood, and it affects your mood. So, you get that sugar rush and then you come back down. That doesn't help your mental. You get that all that salt and retained fluid, and now you're feeling stuffed and puffed, and that doesn't help your mental either. So simply knowing they have someone they trust. Trust is a big thing, because if I tell you I have anxiety, and then you tell somebody else, and you tell somebody else on the job, and you tell this other person, I can't trust you. And now my business is out there. In their life can often help them feel less alone, whether they actually want to talk about their symptoms or not. Sometimes we want to talk about it. Sometimes we don't want to talk about it. For me, when the depression is really, really, really heavy, it's not so much that I don't want to talk. It's just, I just can't talk because I'm processing it. I'm processing all of the things I'm feeling, all of the things that's weighing me down. I'm processing it. I'm using my tools to try to get through it, to try to get through the day. And I find that I don't like people to hover over me. And my mom is one that if she finds out you're sick, and if she finds out, I had to start telling her, Mom, I'm dealing with something right now. I'm kind of depressed today. I don't really feel like talking. She would call hour on the hour, worried, just like a parent would do. But I had to tell her I need space when I'm going through. I just need space. Calling and checking on me once, twice, 3 times a day is good. That's good. I can handle that. But I can't handle texts all through the day, phone calls all through the day, because I'm trying to process and get through and use my tools that I've gained through therapy, use my spirituality and meditation and prayer and affirmations and whatever it is that I need to get through the day. So I usually tell people I'm not very talkative today. I wouldn't be good company today. I can't join you, or you can't come see me because I'm just not in the best of mood, and you're going to want to talk, and I'm going to want to just watch TV. I'm not going to want to talk. But then you have people that need that they need you checking on them hour on the hour. They need you texting them. They need those kind of distractions. They need you right there. I kind of need you right here physically, but you don't have to have this whole big conversation with me if I'm in that low of a mood. Bring me a blanket, make me some soup, get me a hot meal, give me a back rub my hands, those kind of things. But chattering, for me, when I'm in that deep depressive mode, just doesn't work, or anxiety doesn't work. It kind of makes it worse for me. And that's another thing. Asking a person, what do you need from me? Do you want to talk? Do you not want to talk? Do you just want my presence? Do you not want my presence? But is it okay if I just check on you to see if you're all right? You have to ask that individual, because we're all individuals and we all need and want certain things. So I hope that this has helped you to understand what you can do. What you can do. And if you have anxiety or depression, what can you do to help that relationship? You can open up and say, I am anxious, with the person you trust. I am depressed today, and this is what I need from you. It makes communication is a two-way street. Communication is a two-way street. I hope you enjoy your day, your evening, your night, whenever you are watching this. And I hope we can do more talks like this. I want to talk about strong relationships and more tangible forms of support. Maybe next week or maybe tomorrow. I can do both. But we will see. And I will see you later. Be blessed.